In this section, we will reformulate the barbecue sauce to contain 0% added sugars, while retaining the basic flavor profile. Next, if possible, we will reformulate to remove sugar from the ingredient statement. This example starts where we left off in the last section. We are in the formula development and batching section, with the barbecue sauce formula loaded. First, we are going to set limits on the properties we added. Select the cells in the composition column for the properties, relative sweetness to total fat. Select the Cell Edit tab. Click Copy Selection from the Cell Edit group. Select the Min and Max columns for the properties relative sweetness to total fat. Select the Cell Edit tab. Click Paste Selection from the Cell Edit group. This informs TechWizard that we wish to maintain these same amounts in the formula during reformulation. Our goal is to have 0 grams of added sugars on the barbecue sauce nutrition facts panel. For the amount to be expressed as 0, a serving must contain less than 0.5 grams of added sugars. Our serving size is 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of our barbecue sauce weighs 35 grams. We need to calculate the grams of added sugars per 100 grams. That corresponds to less than 0.5 grams in a 35-gram serving. Let's do the calculation. Select the Cell Edit tab. Click Windows Calculator. Enter 0.5 and divide by 35. Multiply this by 100. This gives us approximately 1.429 grams of added sugars in 100 grams of barbecue sauce. Close the calculator. Let's review the calculation. Dividing the grams of added sugars by the grams of barbecue sauce gives us the grams of added sugars in 1 gram of barbecue sauce. Next, we multiply this number by 100, which gives us the amount in 100 grams of barbecue sauce. This is the maximum amount of added sugars that can be in the barbecue sauce and still be reported as 0 on the nutrition label. Why do we have to convert the amount to 100 grams? Because the calculations in the formula development section are all based on amounts per 100 grams. Reporting amounts per 100 grams is the industry standard for these types of calculations. Now that we have calculated the maximum amount of added sugars allowed in the formula, let's add this information to TechWizard. For added sugar, set the min to 0 and the max to 1.4. Let's review what we have done thus far. We like the flavor of the barbecue sauce, and as much as possible we want to maintain the same flavor and texture. The added sugars maximum is set so that a 2 tablespoon serving size will report 0 added sugars on the nutrition facts panel. The relative sweetness range is set to maintain the same sweetness level as the original barbecue sauce. Our range was set for acetic acid to maintain the same sour, tangy taste coming from the vinegar. We set a range for Scoville units to maintain the same amount of spicy heat coming from the cayenne pepper. The solids component of a food is what is left when all the water is removed. It is the solids component that imparts flavor and texture to the barbecue sauce. We have set amounts for tomato, onion, and garlic solids to hopefully lock in what these ingredients are contributing to the barbecue sauce. The olive oil is the main source of fat. By setting a range for fat, this ensures that a given amount of olive oil is used. Now all we need is the mystery ingredient. We need something that adds sweetness, but is not considered an added sugar. Let's review our options. We cannot use an alternative sweetener such as honey, because it is just another form of added sugars. Furthermore, we might have to use more of the alternative sweetener to achieve the same level of relative sweetness. To maintain a similar ingredient statement, we do not wish to introduce an artificial sweetener or sugar alcohol. Fruit juice concentrate would impart the added sweetness we require. Unfortunately, fruit juice concentrate is considered an added sugar when added at levels that would most likely be needed to sweeten the barbecue sauce. Adding a dried fruit such as raisins would impart a sweet taste. In the U.S., dried fruit added to a food is not considered an added sugar. Let's see if raisins will work in our formula. Click the Add Ingredients button. Select raisins from the list and click the Add button. Close the window. We are about to reformulate. When this happens, TechWizard will attempt to find a combination of ingredients that meet all our requirements, including reducing the amount of added sugars. Click the Formulate button. Notice that TechWizard used raisins to provide the required sweetness, while maintaining the required added sugars restrictions. Next, we will review the nutrition facts label for our new formula. Select the Formula Dev and Batching tab. Click Create Nutrition Label from the Formula group. Click the Yes button when asked if you wish to continue. Click the OK button when the transfer is complete. Click the View Label button to review the tabular nutrition facts panel. Notice that the nutrition facts panel confirms that there are no added sugars in the barbecue sauce. Let's review the ingredient declaration. Click on the Labeling tab and select Simple Declaration Editor from the View group. Notice that brown sugar is still in the ingredient declaration. Close the window. Let's see if we can reformulate to remove brown sugar from the ingredient declaration. Select the Formula Dev and Batching tab. Click Formula Dev from the View group. Set the maximum amount of brown sugar allowed in the formula to 0. Click the Formulate button. TechWizard found a recipe that meets all our requirements without using any brown sugar. Notice that the amount of added sugars is now 0. It will no longer appear in the ingredient declaration. The formula and nutrition labeling information for the barbecue sauce with raisins formula was copied to the Word document under the appropriate headings, as shown here. The procedures for doing this were the same as those used earlier in this exercise. Furthermore, we saved the Word document in the TechWizard Attachments folder. We did this so the Word document can be attached to the barbecue sauce formula in TechWizard. Go back to TechWizard. Notice that the formula has been renamed Barbecue Sauce with Raisins. Click the Formula Name and ID box. In the window that appears, click the Select button at the bottom. Select the Barbecue Sauce Project Word document, and click Open. The Barbecue Sauce Project document is now listed as the attached file for this formula. The next time this formula is retrieved, we can access this document using the Open button. The Remove button clears the attached file setting. Click OK to close the window. Save the formula. This completes the exercise. Hi, this is Matt. In these exercises, we learned the following. We learned how to reformulate a barbecue sauce to have 0% added sugars, while retaining its basic flavor profile. We learned how to reformulate the barbecue sauce to remove sugar from the ingredient statement, while maintaining the same level of sweetness. We learned how to extract information from TechWizard to create a report in Microsoft Word. Finally, we learned how to attach a Word document to a TechWizard formula. I hope you found these exercises helpful.